Since we are all together today, we want to take this opportunity to celebrate Riten's life. As such, we have invited Niharika Mitra, Riten's wife, to be with us today as we honor and remember. I'll make a few remarks as his department chair and colleague, and we have invited others to share as well. Riten joined the Department of Bioinformatics and Biostatistics as faculty in 2013. In the time we worked together, Riten demonstrated an intellectual brilliance, collaborative spirit, and extraordinary devotion to student success. As a researcher, Riten's work demonstrated a rare blend of methodological innovation and practical relevance. With a vast background spanning biostatistics, bioinformatics, and statistical computing, he consistently tackled complex biological problems with elegance and rigor. Speaking of his intellect, recently I heard a story from one of Riten's classmates that truly captures the kind of mind he had. Apparently, Riten possessed a photographic memory, something most of us never knew. So, in college, every semester, he would start with a single notebook for all subjects. Like clockwork, he would lose it halfway through. When exams came around, he would simply borrow a friend's notes for a quick glance and then go on to ace every exam, always outperforming the very people who had taken the notes. So that was Riten. He was widely regarded as a rising star in Bayesian methodology, especially in the context of bioinformatics applications. Colleagues frequently commented on the remarkable depth, originality, and promise of his research. His stature within the broader statistical community was also evident by the many invitations he received to speak at events, including at the joint statistical meetings, the world's most prestigious gathering of statisticians. Being invited to speak and chair sessions at JSM as a young scholar is a rare and significant honor. As a mentor, Riten devoted countless hours to guiding doctoral dissertations, MS theses, and practicum projects. His selfless and deeply human approach to mentoring is rare, especially among early career faculty who are themselves navigating substantial pressure. Riten's example stands as a model of what academic mentorship should be. Now, I would like to introduce Irina Kondorova, a doctoral student in the Department of Bioinformatics and Biostatistics, who will share a few words about Dr. Mitra.
Well, my name is Irina Kondorova, and I had the honor of being one of Dr. Mitra graduate students at the Department of Bioinformatics and Biostatistics. It's hard to put into words what Dr. Mitra meant for us, not as a professor or advisor, but as a kind and humble person with whom we can, with whom we work together, and he was kind of a quiet giant in his field, because he was not a kind of person who sought attention or accolades. For example, I was privileged to get a couple of first place PhD research awards, and I thought my first award was kind of a surprise. But when I got second award, then Dr. Mitra just asked me, does he need to do something, or what does it mean? So it seems that he didn't realize how hard we work together just to get that kind of award. Dr. Mitra had a way of making even the most complex Bayesian models seem understandable. I remember he, as a doctoral taught here, he never used notes. And sometimes it's even irritated us as students that why he didn't use the standard PowerPoint presentations, but just take their pencil and go to their blackboard and start writing formulas. So we really sometimes are shocked to understand what's going on, but it made us to check textbooks and start reading textbooks ourselves without kind of relying on his PowerPoint presentation. Only after around 1 year when I took his classes, he told me that his father, because I'm originally from Russia, Moscow, that his father was a student also in Russia, and probably I think he kind of moved, he gave him, Dr. Mitra, his ideas how they teach sometimes things in Russia. So they don't use PowerPoint, they just use blackboard and pencil. And you need, you have access to all textbooks in the world, but if you don't understand the topic, then it's nothing. So you have to really learn yourself. I think it was Dr. Mitra idea how you have to learn ideas. And also he told me that he knew about the snow only from Anna Karenina books, from Tolstoy books. And I sent him a couple of photos, really large snowstorms. So make sure that he knows what it means. Now, what I remember the most, it's not even his research meetings or the lectures, it's the little moments. He's encouraging before their poster presentation talk, his thoughtful feedback on a draft, sometimes even midnight, because I sent him a mail in the morning, and around 10 in the evening he sent email back to me. Really, I just got home and I remember about you. I don't think that I'm not answering you. This is my ideas. And I was really surprised by this kind of genuine interest in what we're doing, not even as such as students, but as people. Dr. Mitra believed in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. Sometimes when we thought space and statistics, one statistical inference, we came to him and told him we still don't understand anything. And he told us, well, no, it's just a small thing. I mean, don't worry, you will understand. So he made even hardest problems seems like they are really nothing. And of course, his passing leaves a tremendous void in our lives, but his legacy lives on, and especially in the papers, because we submitted right now 2 papers. They are under revision in the really large engineering journals, one in the Journal of Intelligent Service Robotics and another in the International Journal of Social Robotics. So we are, one paper is under the second review and one under the first review. And we're continuing with, I'm continuing with my PhD research in the field of functional data analysis. And of course, a large thanks for Dr. Gaskins, who joined also our teams, and she was really providing us just huge support. Because sometimes Dr. Mitra came to me and he told me, I don't know these people, it's asking Dr. Gaskins about some questions. So he was a really exceptional person and not afraid to tell me when he didn't understand something. So we kind of worked together as a group. Well, again, thank you, Dr. Mitra, kind of for everything, and we will miss Dr. Mitra, of course, deeply, but we will carry his lessons and always carry his lessons.
So I joined the department in 2013, the same time Riten did, and that was very fortuitous because we had a lot of overlap in our research. We're both Asians. We both deal with issues with variable selection and clustering and non-parametrics, and I could talk a lot about what we do, but that would be interesting to like maybe 2 of you if I'm lucky. So we won't really get into that, other than just to say, he was very talented and a very good statistical methodologist, and he pushed me to do better work. He was very good and, much more focused on some of the more mathematical and theoretical properties of the work, and pushed me and our students to make sure that we did good work on those aspects. We co-advised a number of students who have gone on to do great things. We've got Arena that we're continuing, or that I'm continuing to carry through those projects. So, I'm not going to talk about the methodology we did, which again, I'm not going to do that. What I do want to say just a little bit about, working with Riten, and for those that did not know him very personally, statisticians, we've got sort of a bad rap about being, I don't want to say unpleasant, but, because I don't think that's true, and it's not true in our department. But as a group, we're not the most jolly group of folks. The Riten definitely cuts against that. Riten always had a smile on his face. You could always hear him laughing, borderline giggling. You could many times hear it in the hallway while he was in his office on a Zoom call with somebody. And so I just want to sort of focus on that aspect of my work and my friendship with Riten is just his demeanor and the joyness that he brought to his work and his interactions with everybody that he touched. Thank you.
I would like to introduce Dr. Scott Tomczyk, Department of Pediatrics, who was a collaborator with Riten.
Thank you for the opportunity to come today and speak. Like Dr. KB said, I'm Scott Tomczyk, and I'm a professor in the Department of Pediatrics in the School of Medicine. I'm here representing the team today. I partner with colleagues at Rush University in Chicago, the University of Kentucky, and Kansas University Medical Center in Kansas City. We call ourselves Project C. It is a service for early intervention delivery models for families. So we are a research group that's been working together for about the last 4 years after Dr. KB introduced our team to Riten. We were preparing a special education research grant for the U.S. Department of Education, Institute of Education Sciences, to explore how COVID impacted service delivery for young children with disabilities. Early intervention provides supports to families so that they can help their children learn and develop and grow. And those services pre-COVID were all done in the home. They were all done in daycares. They were done in the community. We didn't have access during COVID, and so services quickly shifted to telehealth. And so we were interested in what was the impact on service, what was the impact on child outcomes. And so as we were putting together this proposal, Riten was our key statistician. Developed our methodology work plan, our analysis plan, and was central to this application that yielded a very high score, but was not funded because IES did not have the funding for ongoing projects because of COVID, and so a new project couldn't be funded. So we retooled it, got our funding, and got the opportunity then, pleasure to spend 2 to 3 hours a week on Zoom with Riten. And those are great opportunities. Again, this work is about children and families with disabilities, and was a perfect match for who Riten was as a person and his temperament. We've already heard some of that today. He was kind, he was compassionate, he really cared about the outcomes and the data points. Those data points weren't just numbers in R. They were kids, they were families, and their experiences. And so it's beyond a perfect match for his temperament. It was also a perfect match for his intellect and his statistical acumen. And the rest of the team felt the same way. I asked them to share a word or two, if they could, about Riten to prepare for tonight. And they could not. I got sentences from the team. And so our health economist on the team talked about Riten being inquisitive and dedicated. He was always enthusiastic to look into or investigate a statistical issue. He was committed to his work and supporting this project. Other collaborators agreed with his commitment to not only this work, but to science in general and continuing to evolve methodology. Our other statistician on the team appreciated Riten's positive attitude and desire to learn and be of service to the team. Our data manager noted that Riten was always kind, eager to help the team. I enjoyed his sense of humor and his deep curiosity. He brought light to our work and the conversations we had about children and families. We all appreciated, like you, his humor, but most of all, his laughter. It was contagious, it was infectious. Some of those Zoom calls were likely with our team. We had a lot of fun. It was great while doing the work. This combination of intellect and dedication and growth mindset with care and compassion is really rare in biostatisticians. And so we kind of turned Riten onto other projects at Rush University as well, to continue to expand that collaboration because we loved our partnership with him. So we so appreciated our time and collaboration, and we miss him dearly. We take a moment at each of our data meetings to share a thought, share a memory, to keep that memory alive. We share in the sense of loss many of you have in this room. The memories that we have provide us some peace. We hope that that does the same for you. Again, I'm honored to be here today to speak to you, with you. Thank you.
Last minute. So he wrote his statement and sent it to Dr. Bailey, who would present that for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends, colleagues, and graduating Cardinals. Congratulations. I have the honor of standing in for Dr. Little, one of our esteemed colleagues, and along with Dr. Baumgartner, two of the most recognized and cited researchers at the University of Louisville, in fact, the world. He had a very high regard for Riten. These notes, I'll be able to conduct an incident trace study on the health of our department. It seems as though we're following. I might not make it to the end of this note. These notes, it's a direct note to Riten and his family. I worked with Riten since 2018, and he worked with our COVID-19 group from March 2020 to May 2021. During the spring semester of 2020, he also worked with our Tuesday graduate student seminar on the use of R. We produced a number of peer-reviewed publications and state reports on the COVID-19 pandemic. The most remarkable thing about Riten is he never had a bad day. Riten was always a pleasure to work with. He wore that typical Riten smile all the time. I remember the smile he was wearing when he passed me in the hallway at the copier that last day. Riten, you will be deeply missed, my friend. KB summarized best when he said you were a beautiful mind.
I want to thank each of our speakers for being with us today honored to announce that Dr. Riten is the recipient of this year's Outstanding Faculty Award.